Hello, hello. Whoa, why am I... Wait, why am I like that? Pause. Hang on. Why do... Wait, why is my body angled like that? I promise I didn't plan this. Wait, hang on. What the heck was that? Why was my body tilted? I didn't even know that my model could do that. I mean, obviously it was a glitch. It was probably from me walking around my apartment. I pace a lot during the day. And I had my model set up and I was pacing, and so I probably sat down and it went, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's up, Raven? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? It's back to an Ace Attorney day. As always, let me know about the volume. I think I made the game background volume a little bit louder today. So if it's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it back down, but it was sounding kind of quiet on the VOD. So I tried to eensy beensy. Turn it up. Itsy bitsy, turn it up. Anyway, I did play back from our fail last time. So where we left off, we were, I believe, cross-examining the kid. And it didn't go so well. We did not have the evidence to really get our guy out of jail. And unfortunately, we lost the trial. So I did backlog everything so that we don't have to go through. I am going to go from the start of the kid's interview, from the second half of the day in court. So there's going to be a little bit of dialogue rehash, but I wanted to make sure if we made any additional discoveries that I didn't do that off stream. But I did play through the first half of the day off stream so that we could catch up for this. Doing a tour of the UCLA campus. I'm going to have the stream for audio so you can make sure to be real descriptive. I'll try my best. That's awesome. That is super fun. I remember looking at college campuses. It's a good time. Enjoy it, Raven. Enjoy it. It's super fun. Not to mention UCLA. As I'm a volleyball guy, I play volleyball, and they got a pretty good volleyball school. Not that that matters probably to you at all, but to me it does. So, alrighty. Alright, time to get back in the courtroom. If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. Oh, and if you aren't caught up to speed, if you're new to the stream, Will Powers here is our defendant. He is accused of murder. He looks scary. He's actually a very nice guy, and I'm sure he's innocent, even though we don't have a single shred of evidence to prove it right now. But we're trying to find it. We'll find something, I'm sure. What's going to happen to me? I'm going to be real with you, Will. It's not looking good. Kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. Will, I kind of think you did it. They think I'm a murderer. Will? Well, I kind of think you're a murderer. It's not looking good. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. She's handling this a lot better than I am. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Alright, this is where we lost on the last stream. October 19th, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel question. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. I do wonder, in a real court of law, does this fly? Can you call a grade schooler to the stand? It seems insane. I also don't know if we can rely on witness testimony from a grade schooler, but I feel like he's only going to help us here, because we've already talked to him, right? We gave him a rare trading card. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. This is one of my favorite scenes that we've had so far. I think this is so funny. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Dude, Edgeworth? I know I've said it a lot during this trial. He has had it rough, man. He has had the worst witnesses, and I actually do feel bad for him, even if he did try to throw us in jail in the last trial. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins, 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Well, Phoenix, we've been going at it for a while now, so I kind of agree. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean Cody, he's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, or you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. Sorry, Edgeworth. Sorry, man. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. So you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Yeah, at least when we had to bargain with him, we won. We got the trading card and he gave us everything we needed. I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had the camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. A new digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. And in the last stream, it didn't seem like he did have a good picture that we could use. But I almost feel like it's... What's that term? Tchaikovsky's gun or something? Where it's like if you introduce it in the story, it's going to be used somewhat. So I don't quite buy it. Maybe that's where I missed the ball. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness testimony. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, I love his face here. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. And that is where we left off in the last stream. I believe we were looking for evidence, and no matter what evidence we pulled, we could not find anything, and we lost the trial. So we're going to have to find something in here that proves that Will Powers is innocent. And I don't know what it is, and I really feel like we exhausted kind of all the options, so we'll see. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination, but be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. Well, I'm sure gonna scream at him. Hold it! Objection! This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. That's true. I think I said this in the last stream. He is the most normal witness that we've had, and he's in 2nd grade. So if that tells you anything, that's crazy. That is insane. Witness's account. Cross-examination. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I'm going to press them on all the information out of the gate so that we're leaving no stones unturned. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Where's your dad now? Do we think this kid's parents are in court with us? Or did they just drop him off and they're like, we'll come pick you up at 5 o'clock, honey. Have fun at the murder trial. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Tell me a little more about the map. Was that the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady is always yelling. Attest to that. Right. Please continue. Chill, Bobs. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? I like this kid. I like this kid a lot. He's funny. And even though I feel bad for Edgeworth, watching him get talked down to from a second grader is therapeutic after what he tried to do. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. This is where I think we're gonna get our clue, because they were saying that you couldn't get to the studio because the gigantic statue fell, and I just don't buy it. They were saying because this statue fell, they couldn't get to the studio at the time of the murder, the people in the trailer, to do it. However, if this kid is saying he went through the woods, then that's a different story. So we'll see. Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there. If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Hold it one more second, please. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So, when he was there, the statue was intact? So you went straight to the studio? I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? There was the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. Looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. Okay. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. We're almost there. We've almost got all the information we need. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person. Kind of tall. Skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? Good question, actually. Very good question. I don't know. He was kind of far away. Huh. He's being awfully vague. Yeah, that's a little suspicious. And me is a little privy to it, too. Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. He was dead, Cody. That's because he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. This kid does not know that he saw a murder. I think he thinks that this was part of the show. That is tough. That is tough. Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been a time for a shot. And this is where I have a problem with the testimony. Because why do we have the camera on the court records if it didn't take a good picture? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once, so we're back to the beginning of the testimony. Alright, now we've got to figure out where the heck the hole in this story is. Because I genuinely don't know. Went through the woods. Alright, this... Okay. I'm trying to think... He said it wasn't busted. So that old lady wouldn't catch me. You know what we're gonna do? I went through the woods so the old lady wouldn't catch me. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I have an idea. I got kind of lost on the way for about 30 minutes. Out came the bad guy, and the Steel Samurai took him down. If this contains a photo of every victory that the Steel Samurai has won, I wonder if this counts. And I don't think it does. Dang it. We're gonna be in the same boat, man. Okay. I gotta tell you, I have a Pepsi today. This is, okay. I really don't want to fail this trial again. I don't know where the hole is, but I also refuse to use Google. Goes against everything I stand for. then I don't know where to pick this out. I don't know where the hole is in this story. I'm so confused. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot. But he didn't have his camera with him. And that's where I'm a little confused. I can't present this. Can I? Like... okay. Let's see. Got kind of lost on my way for about 30 minutes. What am I missing? I found a map on the internet. I wanted to see... That means nothing. This could be a hole. I found a map on the internet and went to the studio that day. He's dragging one leg at 2 o'clock. And didn't the murder happen at 2:30? Blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4 p.m. The autopsy says that the time of death was 2:30. Okay, so he got lost for 30 minutes. This is where I'm a little confused. Couldn't figure out which way I was walking. I was relieved when I saw the studio doors. There was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked, and then right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. There was the Steel Samurai. So I wonder if this photo would do anything. Damn it, dude! We're gonna lose again. We're gonna lose again. Alright, we got 2 more guesses. Dude, I'm lost. I'm actually lost. I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm lost. I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. That doesn't help me, Mia. I'm lost, man. I'm lost. Okay. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. This is painful. Okay. Oh, oopsie. Hold it. Tell me a little more. Was that the day, was that day the first time you've been to the studio? I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Okay. I went through the... I'm about to Google it. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. And this is where I have the biggest problem. Off the path. You know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. So, what if I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me? Off the path. This clearly states that this blocked the path to the scene of the crime. Please work. God damn it! No, it's not right. This is crazy. How exactly are that evidence and this statement just now related? I wish I could type my answer to you, Your Honor, but unfortunately, I need Phoenix Wright himself to connect the dots, and he's not doing it. Please think the facts over before making accusations. Your Honor, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. Okay. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Okay. I wish you told me what time he went. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai won. Can I not look at this camera? Or these photos? Like, ugh, okay. Lord have mercy. Okay. time of death. 2 o'clock, he's dragging one leg, walking toward the studio. Guide map to Global Studios. The murder weapon, a break in the shaft, has been mended with duct tape. Sleeping pills. Blocked the path. His notebook. And then his camera. I think it's one of these. I don't know where to put it. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot. Dang it. Use gentle words, but be firm. Is that supposed to be a clue? If that's a clue, Mia, that is a terrible clue. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once, found a map on the internet, and I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. This is painful. If we lose this, I'm gonna Google it. I'm sorry. I can't sit here any longer. It's been like 20 minutes. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way for about 30 minutes. What do you mean you got lost? You had a map. He's in 2nd grade. He's in 2nd grade. Gotta be careful. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. I was relieved when I found the studio doors. A guide map to Global Studios. Let's check what it looks like. This shows absolutely nothing. No, this does. This does. Okay, I'm gonna present a map. Okay. The woods of the path. I went through. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna present this. It's either gonna work or I'm gonna Google it. Here we go. GG. And we're done here. Alrighty. That is brutal. Alright. Load it from here. Jeez, man. I think it was Dee's, since Brat has no reason to lie about the monkey, but if Dee's did it, she would have to keep her. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm really lost. Is it cringe to Google it? Should we go one more round before we Google it? I'm going to go one more round. I know I said I was going to Google it, but I'm going to go one more round just because I think that when we finally get it, it'll make a good clip. So I'm going to go one more round. We're going to skip the dialogue. We already know what everybody's saying, but I'm going to go one more round. All right, here we go. We're going to speed run through his testimony. Monkeyhead statements from both contradict each other. I know, but every time I present the evidence for it, I feel like it doesn't do anything. All right. Hurry it up, Edgeworth. Come on. We've seen you do this twice already. All right, give us your testimony, Cody. Come on. Skip, 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 skip. I'd love to read this for a 3rd time. Okay. But I bring it with me wherever I go. I'm going to call Cap that he didn't have it then. That's going to be my first objection. Is that he says he doesn't have his camera on him. That is going to be my first objection. Steer took her down. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot. That's going to be my objection. Can I not object? Oh, because this is still the testimony. I was like, wait, why can't I object? Okay, that's going to be my first cross-examination objection. I think that that is it. Because he says he brings it everywhere. I just don't believe. Look at this face. This face is guilty. This face is guilty. Please work. Yes. Oh, we don't even need Google. Nobody keeps us down 3 times in a row. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Holy smokes. It only took us a stream and a half to get here. Jeez. Alright, anyway, moving on. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you just say before that you always bring your digital camera where you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble with the judge. What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? This game was made a while ago. I don't know if digital cameras were super mainstream. I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. That's a good point. He's literally going to see somewhere that he's always wanted to see at rehearsal. I don't buy it that he didn't have his camera with him. You did bring it, didn't you? What, Miles? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. What? You're the one who brought him up here. I'm just doing my job. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Oh, it's getting a little personal. The insults are getting a little personal. Well, Cody. What? Yeah, so I have my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? No, Cody, I actually don't. I don't have a problem with that at all, because that picture might save us. I don't have a problem with that at all. I'm glad you had your camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Here we go. Witness testimony. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. That's all we got, huh? Is that all? Well, that was brief. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about it. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Your Honor, how am I supposed to work with that? Come on. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action and I couldn't take my eyes off of it. Well, then I'm going to need you to explain a little bit further. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away? Not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai goes for the bad guy, and then wham! That doesn't count. I need you to tell me more. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. Oh, interesting. The bad guy attacked him first. That's new information. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kind of don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. So I bet. I wonder. It seems maybe the Steel Samurai was attacked first. What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop? Slap? What about... Cody, what about, like, the stabbing? Huh? What about the stabbing? He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Wait and see what happens or press him harder? He's a child. I don't want to press him too hard. But I also think that we're not going to get anywhere if I don't. I'm pressing him. Cody. What if it was self-defense murder then? That's what the testimony kind of seems like, right? It seems like that a little bit. Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Why do they just keep going back and forth? Objection! 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 You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Or did you? Order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. Is it because he's too short? Literally, is it because he's too short to see the climax? We have certain that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. I think he's too short to see the guy get killed. Why couldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Or why wouldn't he watch it? He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else or show evidence. Oh, this is tough. If I try to show evidence... Dang. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say he couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? What, Miles? I think that's a valid point. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. That's true. Do you have another explanation? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He wasn't watching something else unless he was watching his camera, so it's got to be that I've got to show evidence. I have evidence. Wasn't the murder taking place inside the studio where he couldn't have gotten into? I forget. I genuinely don't remember if it was inside or outside the studio. It might have been inside. I think you're right. I think you're right. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Why did Cody look away from the fight? Pierced through the chest by a spear, maybe because he saw someone get stabbed. Why did he look away? To put something in his scrapbook? Because the head fell. Because the head fell. Nope. Okay, that is the wrong answer. That is not right. Can I do that again? Uh-oh. Very well, I'll ask you the question again. Why wouldn't he? Thank you for being very patient with me, Your Honor. It's been a slow day. What's up, QK? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence. All right, here we go again. Why did Cody look away from the fight? All right. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Is it because of the scrapbook? Is it because... I'm going to go with the scrapbook. Nope. That's not it either. Dang it. At least the judge is in a good mood today. Alright, so maybe... I don't know. Was he watching something else? Like, genuinely, I don't know. I'll try that. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Okay, Miles didn't like that one, unfortunately. Doing fine. Just need some nice coffee to start my day. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. What's your go-to coffee? Mine is an iced caramel latte. That is probably my favorite coffee drink, followed very closely by just a straight espresso. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? I don't have an answer for that, Miles. I just kind of took a guess. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, no. Do you have another explanation for this? Okay, it's gotta be the evidence. I have evidence of why Cody looked away from the fight. Now, why did he look away from the fight? A guide map. Why did Cody look away? Why? Because of the scrapbook? No, because he... Ah, man. Maybe the spear, because the spear broke? I'm boring, just black coffee? Hey, nothing wrong with that. That's probably what I drink the most of. Black coffee, Americanos, like, that stuff's good. I feel it. I feel it. Nothing wrong with that. Why did Cody look away from the fight? I genuinely have no idea. I can't think of an answer. All right, hey, at least he's being very patient with me this time. Kike, do you need the spark notes here? I can catch you up to speed if you need. Pierced through the chest by a spear. He's dragging one leg. Guide map to Global Studios. The murder weapon. Why did he look away? Because of the camera, maybe. Here's my proof. There we go. Holy smokes. First stream where we bring up coffee and not LaCroix. Hey, I brought up coffee a couple other times. One other time at least, right? One other time, because I think I mentioned that my espresso machine was broken. Which it still is. I need to get a new part for it. Unfortunately. And I'm out of LaCroix too. I'm drinking Pepsi today. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. And he said he wasn't able to get a good picture, right? Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was trying to capture the critical moment. He was trying to take a picture. Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. The question is, why? Why is he lying? Did they threaten this kid? Like, I feel bad for him, genuinely. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Yeah. Literally, Your Honor, there's just too many holes in this. We gotta go again, unfortunately. Kid's gotta stay up there. The defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, can you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight. Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. This is what happens when you see a murder. Witness testimony. No photo. Oh, he's sad now. He's sad. I went on record. I'm being nice to him. Miles, on the other hand, isn't being quite as nice. The judge is being I'm being nice to him. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. Okay. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep, this guy's testimonies are so short. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Huh. Okay. Interesting. You're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. What does he mean by that? What do you mean by that? So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. He was limping. We know that. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Tell me a little bit more. Sorry, Cody. I'm trying to get you off the stand as soon as I can. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. Tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not even take a picture once? No. I'm gonna press him hard. I don't buy this. I don't buy it at all. He definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened today. You do? Because I don't. Oh, well, yeah, I could have told you we took a picture. I thought we could solve the case, Phoenix. Hey! Bullseye? Perhaps? How do you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. What, picking on a kid in the courtroom? I'm glad you get... Poor kid. He's just getting bullied. He's getting bullied by me. He's getting bullied by Miles. He's getting bullied by the judge. I don't know where his parents are. And he's testifying for a murder trial that he thinks was a TV show. This kid is not having a good day. I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. At what point, Your Honor, can we just say this kid's got nothing? This kid's got nothing for us. I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. He's had to redo the testimony like 3 times, man. Like 3 times. Phoenix is definitely bluffing. You think so? I could see it. I could see it. Fake it till you make it, right? You just gotta fake your confidence. That's what I do every day. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Interesting. Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. You're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera, but the lens wouldn't open. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. We can check the records, Your Honor. We've got a photo of every victory scene in every battle won, and the camera itself. So I'm going to try the scrapbook. Boom. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. Well, stop lying. Cody, just stop lying. Just tell the truth. I feel like after the 3rd testimony, the witness should be considered untrustworthy and all information provided should be nulled out. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, right? Unless we can get him on our side, then of course he can stay up there. But I'm in the same boat. At what point do we kick this guy off the stand? I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Huh. Is that so? Well then, thank you for handing this over. Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. When he was there, the closest he'll ever get to it. I'm on board with this. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. It's not in there, is it? It's not in the album. Phoenix, I think we've finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? No way. There's no way. Do you think he used the broken spear? Because the spear was too heavy to hold. So he used the broken spear. Oh my god. Okay, I figured it out. I figured it out. Okay, put on your thinking caps because I think I got it. Jack Hammer, I think was his name. The guy who got killed attacked our client. He attacked Will Powers. The kid, Cody, saw Will Powers being attacked and saved him with the broken spear, killing the first guy, the dead guy. I think that's it. I think I solved the case. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Maybe the kid did do it. Please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Photos were blurry, he erased them by mistake, or the Steel Samurai didn't win. The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Okay, maybe Cody didn't kill him. Maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I jumped the gun a little too early there. I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. Oh, I don't know where this is going. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. Okay, so Cody probably didn't kill the guy. He probably didn't kill the guy, he just didn't want to make the Steel Samurai look weak. That's probably it. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth! Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. This has got to be like the 5th round of... Come on. Oh, he's crying, and now I feel bad. But the music's epic, though. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, then he didn't move. But why would Will Powers leave that out of the... No, because it wasn't Will Powers, duh. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. This is juicy! Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, or there was no victim. Maybe Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what's really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Jack Hammer was the... Okay, I'm lost. We're almost... I'm sure it'll be explained, but I'm a little confused. Kid really got roasted and grilled. I know, I feel bad for him, man. I really do. I feel for him. He didn't want to spend his weekend doing this. He's got to go to school on Monday. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. Hey, Tails, how's it going? Welcome in. How's your day? But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Ms. Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Yeah, Raven, I'm lost too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit lost. The wheels are turning in my brain, but I am a little bit lost. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. Me either, Phoenix. I also don't know. Are you a VTuber? I am a VTuber. I am, Tails. Hello. That's me, Depresso VTuber. I get it. Huh? Wait, Cody gets it? The second grader? I don't understand. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? A photo on my digital camera. This is big. This is big. Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Oh, the judge is mad. Everyone be nice to him. He's having a rough day. Here. This is it. What's this supposed to be? I'm gonna be so real. I don't know what this does. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. It is? Huh? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show it. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency with the photo. The only thing I can think of, it's Studio 2. It's Studio 2. It's Studio 2. Right? It's not Studio 1. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? Oh, man. Posture check. I just sat up in my chair. Everybody sit up in yours. Get up, stretch. Holy moly. That's Studio 2, not 1. You got it, Raven. I think we're one step closer. Still don't know who the killer is. But so far, it's looking good for our client now. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Eh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. And me, Your Honor. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. You still think it's D's? I'm kind of on board with you. I kind of think you're right. Now the question is, where did the crime take place? If the kids saw it, and we saw it too on the pillar, it's got to be here, right? It's got to be. Outside the gate. It was here. What does that have to do with the number on the gate in the photograph? Well, okay. Sorry, my bad. Jumped the gun a little bit. Okay, maybe I just have to get a little more... We just have to get a little more specific, I guess. Here, at Studio 2. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer was there, the path was blocked, no filming is done there. It's one of these two, but I think it's this one. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. Holy smokes, we got him. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. Do we think they did it together? I could see them doing it together. They were at the scene of the crime. Oh, this got so juicy. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. I suppose that would be the case. Remember Miss Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. I think it's both of them. That's my final call. I think it's both. Or one's covering for the other, which is pretty much an accomplice. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Oh, dude. Cody's still sitting on the stand like, can I go home? The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Ms. Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume, then he went to Studio 2. Holy smokes. This is madness. Jackhammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jackhammer, stole the costume. Do I have proof? The sleeping pills! The sleeping pills! Cody just want to go home and play Minecraft or something? I know. I know. Instead, he's got to listen to us argue back and forth. I do have proof. It's the sleeping pill jar. You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jackhammer stole the costume. Sleeping pills, Your Honor. It's all coming together. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills, and they ate together. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. This is so juicy. Wait a moment, that bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, or examine Hammer's body. Fingerprint the bottle. I feel like this trial isn't even close to being done. There's so many holes in the story still. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. My claim is true. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. The empty bottle was given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Ms. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jackhammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Wasn't it because he was tired of playing the villain and he wanted to play the hero? I don't know what stealing the costume would do, but... Also, who killed him and why? I think they... I don't know. Find the answer for me by tomorrow. That is a lot of homework, Your Honor. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. I don't know if that's how it works, Your Honor. Very well. Court is adjourned. Holy smokes, what a day's work. Oh, everybody stretch after that. That was kind of intense. Holy moly. October 19th, 2:47 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Whew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dang. Yeah, it isn't looking good for you, Will, but I think we got things on the right track. Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. All right. Let's see if we can wrap this up in one stream. Maybe to pin the blame on Powers? Yeah, maybe. I mean, that makes sense. All right. Let's see. I wonder. Maybe we can finish up this trial, this episode, this stream. That'd be nice. We can start on a new one on the next one. What if Hammers tried to attack D's since Cody... Oh, there's so many names in this now. Pause. What if Hammer tried to attack D? Is it what's their name? D's is like Diaz, right? D Vasquez. Tried to attack D. Since Cody mentioned the person who beat Hammer as Steel Samurai was tall, but couldn't tell if it was male or female, and when Hammer fell over, she took the spear to stab him. There's so many names in this case. I'm so confused. I think it's one of them. It's gotta be. I think it might be both of them. It might be Diaz and Salmonella. I don't know. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Oh, hey, Maya. What happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. That seems like a bad idea and not how it should work. Maybe we should get more than one judge, huh? Maybe we should just get more than one judge. So under the system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. We've no time to waste. Holy smokes. Alright. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Maya, we went through this already. Might have had a grudge on D since he was tired of being the villain. That's what I was thinking. Maybe, oh, Dee's managed to beat Hammer and used the spear to stab Hammer since he tried to attack her. Yes, okay, this is adding up. This is adding up. But why try to frame? I don't understand why they would try to frame Will Powers and not just play the self-defense card. That would make them look a lot less suspicious than now, right? But what if, I think you're right though, the fact that Jack Hammer stole the costume in an attempt to frame Will Powers for murder. That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? It's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer, which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2. Okay, we're just catching her up to speed. Salmonella has no motive to stab Hammer, you don't think? Alright, let's go talk to WP. They still got that poor guy in jail? They do. October 19th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Give him a break. Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, guys, this is no laughing matter. These guys aren't helping very much. Listen, you can be all the help you can if you just answer some questions, Will. Could you tell me more about Ms. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Well, come on. Let it all out. What do you mean? Deez is the most sus since the person that Cody mentioned was tall and Salmonella was anything but tall. That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Although... I'm trying to think. Is the bad guy in the costume? Or did Jack Hammer die while in the costume? Because the Steel Samurai lost the fight, right? And so I don't think the murderer was in the... I don't know. I have no idea. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him, and now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. I think they're in on it together. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. His description was loose enough to make us think it was Hammer, but it also fits D's. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. There's too much going on. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer, or whatever. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. There's your motive. I think Deez did it as a self-defense kill. That's where I'm leaning too. It just would have been, like, I just wish she would, if that's the case, she should have just said, hey, this guy tried to kill me and it was self-defense, you know? Although I don't know. What do I know? 5 years ago. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, that definitely gives Hammer motivation, though, right? Because if Diaz or Vasquez, if Vasquez came to the studio and then Hammer stopped getting the big roles, well, that certainly gives him a motive, right, to murder her, or attempt to murder her. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. Hammer was mad at Deez, so tried to attack her, and Deez beat him, and yep, I think you're right. I think that's where I'm leaning. And then she's like, listen, Salmonella, you never speak a word of this to anyone. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Oh! Alrighty. Tell me about Vasquez. The studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella then? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. Oh, she's mad. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. It seems like this is maybe a little bit biased from your end, Ms. Oldbag. Reason why Deez can't say it was self-defense, because beating him would be self-defense. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. If she just beat him and took the spear, then yeah, that checks out. That checks out. I think that is the leading theory. I think that makes the most sense. Alright, let's do... I feel like we'll get more out of going to Outside Studio 1, but we'll do the employee area first. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. Trial will be over and done by tomorrow, and you can come see them film later. I don't know if we'll have the same credentials. I don't know if you can. Also, if the director and the producer are going to jail, then things are probably going to be halted for a while, so I wouldn't hold your breath, Maya. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Oh, Gumshoe! Gumshoe! No touching! Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Gumshoe! What's up? You're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. Interesting. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Alright, well then how's the investigation going? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects. I think we should switch suspects if anyone wants my opinion. What do you think, Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Feel kind of bad for Edgeworth, though. I don't. I do, because his witnesses are crazy, but I don't because, listen, man, Will's innocent. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? He's out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Oh, he's mad. To be fair, he lost his only trial ever to us and he's about to lose his second one, so if I was him, I'd be pretty pissed too. Talk about birds, pal. The fury of Edgeworth. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. Oh, we're in the clear. This case is all but signed, sealed, delivered. So that means, yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the actual victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record, found on a table in the employee area, and it does in fact bear Jack Hammer's fingerprints. All right. So we've got our clues. I don't know if there's anything else to really look for, though. Maybe in the dressing room. That could be something. Penny! Hi, Penny. I'm sorry you work for such weirdos, but you seem very normal. If you want to join our law firm after this, I'm sure we'd take you on. You don't have to work for Salmonella anymore. He's going to jail. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... Wait, why? He's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. Huh? That's news to me. I mean, it makes sense, to be fair. Hard to keep a show going when one of your main actors dies and the other is on trial for murder, so... Well, what about the last episode? Why is it the last episode? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Interesting. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. Why? I love how it gives you that dramatic, what? But her face is just totally stoic. Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? I guess the rumor must be true then. Okay, everyone's talking about all these rumors. Will Powers was talking about a rumor. She's talking about a rumor. What's the rumor? Yeah, Ms. Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt. Oh, what dirt? You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming, and after that, they never used Studio 2 again for 5 years. They left the film set the way it was, too. Was that trailer part of the film set? I don't know. Now, oh man. Why aren't they going to make more kids shows? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. That can't be true. Yeah, that kind of sucks for Will Powers, doesn't it? He loses his role. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Maya? I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Take a look at this. What are we taking a look at, and why are we taking a look at it? Guide map, murder weapon. Maybe this. Take that, Penny! You're being really nice, but take that! A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. She's going to end up being the program director, isn't she? Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Let's go! We're finally getting to it! I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. So she is a little bit sketchy. And that the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer, and that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. So to get out of her essentially blackmailing him, he was going to kill her. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. You know who knows more about this? Ms. Oldbag. Get out of here. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her if she'll talk. Penny? Good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. Hey, what's up, Hollow? How's it going? Not old bag? Honestly, listen, I didn't like her at first. I don't like her now, but at least she isn't killing anyone. She's the only person that I can write off as, you know what, she was a terrible witness, but I don't think that, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe she wasn't the best witness, because she kind of seems like she was trying to protect Hammer, no? I guess we'll find out. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. She's funny sometimes. She is funny. I like when she goes on her rambles, but man, is she mean. She's so mean. Have you played this game already? Alright, I've got some questions for you, ma'am. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh, that struck a chord. Huh? Nichols. Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers, dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? Well, no, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I mean, I do have it, right? We do have something. I haven't played the OG trilogy in a while. Big fan of the series, though. I'm on the 6th game. Don't worry, won't give any spoilers. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The 6th game, that is the Apollo Justice line, right? The first Ace Attorney I ever played, I should say the only Ace Attorney I ever played, was the first Apollo Justice, which I think is the 4th, right? In the timeline? But those are fun games. I really like... This is the first time I've ever really paid attention to it. Played the first Apollo Justice when I was a kid. Dude, it's fun. I really like it. I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Can I? Oh, with the sleeping pill bottle. Take that, old bag. Here's my proof. The 4th game is amazing. I'm excited to get to it. I'm going to play them all. I'm going to play them all on stream, and I'm excited to get to it because it's one of those where I remember I really liked it as a kid, but I don't remember anything about it. So it'll be like little flashes of nostalgia once I get there. But it'll, like, I feel like most of the cases will still be kind of new. I remember bits and pieces, but nothing crazy. 5th and 6th? Oh, no. Okay, so maybe the 5th and 6th aren't quite as good. You'll let me decide? All right, all right. As long as they stay with the general themes, I tend to enjoy things. What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. And what does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? I've got it right here, actually. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Yeah, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Sorry, I know he was your hero, old bag, but it doesn't seem like he was the best dude. It'll be way better now that you're seeing Phoenix before his whole, Yeah, so I remember... I won't go into too much detail, because Raven and others in here maybe haven't played the game, but I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Vaguely. I vaguely remember it. Poor Hammer. Don't let me interrupt your gameplay. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I like chatting it up. But thank you. I appreciate it. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Ms. Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see. Tired of holding it all in. Ms. Oldbag, you're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Of course she does. She silenced that paparazzi, and that was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Ms. Oldbag, hold on a minute. Oh, this is actually kind of sad. Take this. A photograph? Oh, jeez! Holy moly! It took me a second. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Who took the picture? Wasn't Cody. It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Well, that is certainly something that we're going to use. Wait, there's a prequel 100 years ago? Oh, that's lit. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. That seems cool as hell. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything to talk to you about. But I do want to pay you a visit. No? Okay. Guess I don't have to fill him in on anything. Go back here. And where else to move to? I don't think there's anything else to do here. We'll go outside Studio 1. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. You play as Phoenix's ancestor? That's so lit. I love stuff like that. I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. I don't know. I want to investigate here. Oh, here we go. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick. It's Ms. Vasquez. Hello? Hello? She's not going to say anything. Oh. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Alright, well, where should we start? You know what? I know we're here on a murder trial, but I gotta know why this guy works for you. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Okay, so she's not going to help me there. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Shh! Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Oh, I don't like her at all. Maybe you'll tell me about Will Powers, huh? You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. Will Powers wasn't the killer. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Oh, Maya, you can't. I mean, I agree, but I don't know if we can say that to her. My Fae blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh, dear. All right. I don't think there's anything that we're doing here. But what I do want to do is slide and check. Oh! Pause. This must be where the guy fell. There's some flowers here. Oh, well, that's not what I... No, I wanted to talk about... Okay, well, guess that won't do anything for us. So, why don't we that... Huh? Where'd you... Oh. I was like, wait. I thought she disappeared. I was like, where'd she go? Okay. Alright, we'll go into the trailer. Sal's probably there. Oh, he's not. Thank God. Holy moly. No Shot. First game was released in 2001. Yeah. Yeah, it's an old game. When they released it for the PC, they updated the graphics and everything, but it's an older game. Still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. I don't really know if there's anything to examine in here, but we can. I mean, poke around a little bit. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on this. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything. Maybe in here? Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Well, that's not ideal. And outside of the posters, it looks like that's pretty much it. Can't see out far outside. All right. Well, guess there's nothing to do here. I wonder what would happen if I showed her a little piece of evidence. What if I just showed her this? Is that crazy? I'm doing it. She's not even looking. Where? Huh? Where'd you get that? I can't. Don't tell her. She'll kill Penny too. Old bag. Oh no, it wasn't Penny. It was Old bag. Okay, we can tell her. As long as Penny's not in danger. She means the security lady, Ms. Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Ms. Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Oh! She's gonna talk! She's gonna talk! She's gonna talk! She's so scary, but I like her. I know she's terrifying. She gives me the creeps. Well then, what was it that we were talking about? I can't believe she's gonna talk. Maybe it wasn't her. Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing the kids show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. We've dealt with those already. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. You were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. Oh, she's pissed. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? Oh, no. It was real? Oh. Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Holy smokes. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Then doesn't that make you an accomplice? Why are you confessing this to me? She's evil. She's evil. Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. Everyone here is an accomplice. You're all terrible people. Everyone who works at the studio is terrible except Penny. Penny, come work for me. She's got plenty of smokes for us. Never seen one. Never seen her without one. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. Uh-oh. No. Boys. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Mafia. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? Not particularly. In fact, you can have the photo. I don't need it. I don't even get paid for this job. I have not made a cent. So Dees did blackmail him still technically. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that also makes her an accomplice. I would not like to be erased. I forgot we actually got to see these guys. These guys, I'm going to be real, I think she's scarier. I think she's scarier than these guys, except this guy. This guy looks like he could beat me up. I mean, they all look like they could beat me up, but this guy especially. The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Oh my god! Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. Oh my god! Gumshoe! Oh, holy moly! What a twist! Oh my gosh, I actually stood up. I know you guys can't see it, but I stood up. Oh man, Gumshoe's coming in clutch. It's just like the TikTok I posted. You better not mess with my gang. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. I also love Gumshoe. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. How do we get the most insane court cases? And how have we not been paid for a single one? Maybe Hammer tried to kill D so she can't ruin his life, but she managed to beat him to it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You okay, pal? Gumshoe. I love you so much, man. I love Gumshoe so much. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you. I was really scared. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Aww. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. I love Gumshoe. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Oh, yeah. Let's get it done. The day awaits. Although we really need to reassess this court system if 3 days is the limit that we're giving to a murder trial. If that's the case, if they had so many cases, maybe we just need to get a new judge and some new attorneys. Save your progress? Yes, I will. Whew. All right. We are, maybe, fingers crossed, going to get to finish this chapter today. That'd be ideal. Oh, man. I think this is my favorite case so far. I really like this one. This one's fun. There's a lot of plot twists. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor, as is the defense. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. No pun intended, or pun intended? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. She's also, Your Honor, if I may say, this woman tried to essentially kill me, so I would just like that on record, please. I don't want everyone to forget that. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? Poor Miles. I dislike needless banter. If you must don't use big words, Vasquez. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Dude. Miles is having the worst week ever. Possibly even worse than Cody. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Witness testimony, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and it ended at 4. So far, so good. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. 2:30 was the time of the murder. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Ace Attorney Investigations. Was that on the DS? We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. Okay, that checks out. Okay, no holes so far that I found. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record, Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Here we go. Everybody lock in. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Cue the music. I entered the trailer a little before noon. I'm going to need a little more information. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the employment area? No. All right. Are you always this terse? Yes. Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to ask why she tried to get the Mafia to silence me. Can I ask that in my cross-examination? Oh, it got a PC release? You're joking. I played the first trial on that. I remember a trial, I think, about an airplane, and that's all I remember. I think, if I'm thinking of the right one. And then I lost it. That was another game I had as a kid, but I lost it. The meeting began at 12 sharp, and it ended at 4. I'm just going to press her for all the information because I feel like there's not a lot of holes so far. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. Come on. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same can be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Whose side are you on, Vasquez? He's trying to help you. And please stop banging on your desk. It hurts my ears. Listen, Miles, we can work together, man. We can work together. Listen, this is doable. We're on the same side at this point, right? We both hate her. We both hate her. Second game's getting an official translation released outside Japan with the remaster. Oh, dude, I know I just started this game series like as an adult, but like, man, I'm hooked. It's fun. It's really fun. It's also like my first real foray into visual novels as well. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. That's all standard. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me, and at 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Do I have evidence that contradicts that? Not so far. Pressure on it. I feel like it was earlier than that, right? They took the break at 2:30. 2:30 was the time of death. There's no way. There's no way. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. Sorry. It irritates me. Miles. Yeah, Mr. Wright. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Didn't they eat them inside? Do you have someone who can verify this? Where's Sal? I mean, someone else. I don't want to talk to Sal again. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence to prove she didn't eat that steak... Well, Nick, find anything? Kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. I wouldn't be so sure. It took us a really long time to find it in Cody's. Okay. I entered the trailer before noon. The meeting began at 12 and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal. I was fatigued. We took a 15-minute break where they ate T-bone steaks. Found in the employee area. That's not going to help us, though. I think I know. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Here we go. There was a rehearsal. I haven't pressed her on this yet. And what exactly was that? I've forgotten. Your Honor, come on. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? All you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. This is the best prosecutor they got around, huh? I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. What were you fatigued from? Or are you just... She's probably just really dramatic, right? You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Right. And at 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Okay. At 2:30, they took a break. This thing would have already fallen. That's all I've got so far. And they ate T-bone steaks, but they wouldn't have been able to go get the steaks from Studio 1, right? I'm going to try this. It didn't work. Dang it. Okay. Wishful thinking there, Press. I'm sure we'll get it next time. That didn't go so well. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. I really thought that you ate them in the trailer. Sounds like the right track. I know. I feel like I didn't find anything, Maya. She's not giving me a lot to work with. A little before noon, and the meeting began at 12 sharp. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, and I was fatigued. Okay. There's something in here. I entered the trailer a little before noon. By yourself? Yes. Okay. So she didn't stop at the employee area. How did she have time to go get the steaks, right? Am I crazy? There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? We've done this. It would have been between 4 and 5. And when was this blocking the road? From 2:15 to 4. So that doesn't matter. It could have been moved. Can I, Your Honor, can I just show you this photo? Can I just show you this? Okay. Huh. Wait. She couldn't have driven... She couldn't have driven this. Because this was blocking the road. No, 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 no. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me in the van. Right? Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. You couldn't have done that. Dang it! Okay. Okay, so that's not good enough. I've got, what, 3 more guesses? Uh-oh. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. And at 2:30, we took a 15-minute break to eat T-bone steaks. All I have to do is prove that she didn't eat a T-bone steak? Is that all I have to prove? You're getting it? I'm on the right track? Shoot, man, I don't know where to go. Okay. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. I'm going to press her on it one more time to make sure I'm not missing anything. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak, do I? Evidence that she didn't eat the steak. Guide map, the murder weapon. That wasn't good enough. No clue anymore. I know sometimes I'm getting stumped, man. The camera, the photo, the sleeping pills. On it are traces of sleep. That wouldn't do it either, really. Wait. I'm trying to think. I'd listen to Nick more than me. Dude, this is tough. This is tough. What evidence proves that she did not... What evidence... This is such a cool headshot. Miles Edgeworth is so cool. Salmonella is the worst person I've ever seen in my life. Okay. What evidence proves that she did not eat a T-bone steak? I don't know. I mean, I think she had to go to the employee area, right? If she wanted to get a steak? Ugh. I'm on the right track. I really think... Oh, shoot. I overdid it. I think it's something here. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Got it. Let's go. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. A plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak. Well, Miles, if you'll let me finish and stop interrupting me, I'll explain. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. And there were no bones. Boom. Yet there were no bones left on her plate. The plates were bare. Oh, got him. Ms. Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Oh, little bit of a character break. Then what was Ms. Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on Salmonella or meeting the Steel Samurai? Both of these valid. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Interesting. I love the first trilogy joke options. Phoenix Wright has some jokes, man. He's funny. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Oh, we got her. I mean, not quite yet, but we almost got her. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? Stop banging on the table, please, Miles. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was, worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Gladly. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes. The samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think she could. I hope I don't choose the wrong answer here. But I certainly don't think it's out of the cards because it was broken. I think you could. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but silence. I'm speaking. Sorry, Miles. Sit back. This is a battle between me and her now. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there's proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that, right? Miles, you're doing nothing here. I hate to rain on your parade, but you are not really participating right now. If you still think she did it, show us proof. Nick, look at the data we have on that samurai spear in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? Yeah, that it's broken. She could have broken the top off and got him with it. Sorry, Your Honor, I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim, but I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. Well, that is tough. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. I'm glad Phoenix is onto something, because I'm sure as hell not. I sure as hell have no idea what's going on. Now there's a different murder weapon? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. So that is a good point. It would... Huh. Okay. What shows that it was not the murder weapon? There's two options. I could present the spear, because what I'm thinking, my self-service went to hell and I missed so much of the case. That's okay. I'm gonna leave the VOD up after if you're really that privy to it, Raven. You didn't miss too much. You didn't miss all that much. Only a couple questions. The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. It got cut off the second Gumshoe appeared. Okay, yeah, you missed a lot. I'm sorry, you missed a lot. Oh, no. That's okay. We've just found out that the samurai spear maybe is not the murder weapon. So now we've got to show what is the murder weapon or why it's not. And what I'm a little confused about, I could present the spear. And the idea behind the spear would be it's duct taped, right? So it can't, you stab someone and it's going to break because the spear is being held together by duct tape. Or she could have thrown him onto here like Jack Hammer did 5 years ago. Personally, I'm going to present this. I think this is the right answer. If you try to stab someone and something's being held together by duct tape, it's probably not going to work. Take that! Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Boom. Now I just have no idea what the murder weapon is. Maybe the fence? I don't know. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your solid silence. You are going to get yourself in a lot of trouble, Vasquez. He's on your side. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. She has major main character energy. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Your Honor, I don't know if I can, but I think I have an idea. I think it was the fence. So I'll say I can tell you. I'll take my chances here. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, I don't think I've ever been wrong. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. I think it was this right here. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Got him. You think I'm right, QK? I think it's the fence. I really do. Order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. No, everybody shut up. We're so close. Not you guys, the jury. You guys don't have to shut up. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago happened again. Has happened again. Dun dun dun. Dude, the music in this game is so good. I wasn't talking, but I'll shut up now, sir. No, Raven. No, it was a joke. No. Oh, she's like, oh, maybe you should have let your attorney do the talking for you, Vasquez. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I can't say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. That's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Ironic? Thematic? I don't know. Precisely. Ironic! Yeah, Phoenix is one step ahead, as always. How about that? Ho-ho. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. Well, I hope you have fun writing scripts in jail, because it's not looking good for you. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed in the costume? He could because they have the van. There wasn't enough time. Edgeworth, they had the van. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. She had another way. I feel like either of these are right. I bet she could move it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things. That's not what I meant, Phoenix. That's not what I meant. If you claim she did everything in 15 minutes, let me guess, show me proof. Show me proof. Okay, well that's tough. Then I won't have you making unsubstantiated claims. Wait a second, how does he know what I'm thinking? I need only look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to reconsider your claim. How could she have dealt with the body? Well, she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. She could have kept it in the van, right? There was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Gladly, Your Honor. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1 after the path had been cleared from the monkey head. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. GGD. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. He does everything that she asks. Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Boom, dude. Locked in. It wasn't her gang. I also thought it was at first, but I think it was just Sal. Fucking Sal. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. That was it, huh? Hey, at least she admits it. I win? Huh? She's not even gonna fight it? So what happens next? Don't ha me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost, something like that. I just said that. So you mean D. Vasquez, it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. This is crazy. What a crazy ending. Is it over? Oh my. Who can say? God dang it. Okay. Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. I mean, yeah, she's kind of right. Right? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Edgeworth, be careful. If you try and talk, she might yell at you again. Of course it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Okay, but at this point, there's enough to at least say that my client is innocent. Edgeworth isn't sure. And Edgeworth, who always wants to get his verdict, even he's starting to be a little hesitant now. We call that character development, everybody. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again, no further questions, or you did it. Testify again. You're not going anywhere. I'd like you to testify again. Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? Are we not going to get her? Are we going to get our client? You know, he's not guilty, but maybe we don't get the murderer. You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers, a waste of time. Damn it. To come so far, only to fail. Well, as long as we save our client. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez. Oh, Edgeworth! No way! No way! The prosecutor? Is he joining my side? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Well, I appreciate the attempt, Edgeworth. I really do. All right, here we go again. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Yeah, verily I say, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well, the witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. What body? Wait, what? Oh, after they found the body of Jack Hammer. Dude, I can't believe Edgeworth's on our side. We got through to him. The cold hard prosecutor. We actually got through to him. Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that. Aw, he's on our... Let's go. All right, let's go. Witness testimony after finding the body. Dude, this story is so good. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Everyone's confused. You're right, QK. Literally, I mean, I'm still confused, to be honest, but I think it's all starting to come together. The assistant was there, too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. Really? After finding a body? I feel like you should probably stay, right? I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick. We're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her. Here we go. Cross-examination, Your Honor, probably for the last time today. Cue the music. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Wait, she was with Oldbag? Oldbag didn't go in the van, though, right? What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. No, I'm leaving everything on the table here. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Dang it, dude, she gives us nothing. Then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Oh, she really grinds my gears. The witness will continue her testimony. Okay, the assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, and then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. This is suspicious as heck. Why would you ask to be left out? It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone. Oh, that's right, she has her mafia members there. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes, and then went home. Interesting. The script and your direction notes, they're quite valuable. Wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Boom, got him. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh? Edgeworth? Coming to the rescue? I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Yeah, because how... She wouldn't know that there was a murder, right? Huh? Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. But yeah, don't you see what that means? She knew that there wouldn't be a rehearsal. She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. She slipped up. She slipped up. We got her. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? We'd love to have you, Miles. We'd love to have you over here. I do not want to go against you anymore. I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. And I'd like to press on this first, but I think I know where I'm going with this. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director, huh? You have to find something to peg this on her. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I think we got it. I think we got it. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did she know that he was injured? She wouldn't have known because she was in a meeting, right? I want to make sure there's not evidence that I'm missing, but she couldn't have known that he hurt his ankle because she was in a meeting, and this photo was taken at 2 o'clock. Got him. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. Got him! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Oh, I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Let's go. Oh my gosh, this is actually therapeutic. This actually makes me feel so good. In the end, Edgeworth is still a lawyer and he's trying to bring justice to the killer. I love it. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping or you heard Mr. Manella wrong? You didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Got him. Absolutely got him. We got the power of God and Edgeworth on our side. It's nice having the prosecution in your corner. Maybe she should have been a little nicer to Edgeworth, yeah? Maybe she should have been just a little bit nicer to him. I will have order. Witness, can you refute this claim? She might be backed into a corner. I'd like to see her try. Let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh, why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. She doesn't have a motive. My thinking was always that, okay, you need a motive. I don't think Will Powers had a motive when he went on trial, just to be clear. But also, I would have thought it was a self-defense case. I wonder if she has a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There's a reason. It is unclear to this court. It's unclear to me too, Your Honor. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I'm sure I can, somehow. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. The photo, the guide map, the weapon, well, the supposed weapon. Maybe Hammer was out to get her? That's what I thought. I thought it was self-defense. The scrapbook, the camera, the accident, the sleeping pill, the T-bone steak, and the van. It's gotta be this. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Ms. Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's his last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Ms. Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder. Reveal evidence, or she had no real motive? I guess I'll reveal the evidence. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Ms. Vasquez's motive. I would like to take this back. I don't think I have it. Okay. I'm going to be so real, Your Honor, I'd like to take that back. I don't think I have it. Time of death, the autopsy report. We've got the photo. We've got a guide map and the weapon. We've got the blocked path. These both belong to Cody. I genuinely, it's not looking good. I'm just going to present this again. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're so close. I can't leave. Okay. The court requests that you find your marbles immediately, and I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time. We're so close. Okay. I don't want to redo it all. So let me just save it to file 3 here. Just to be safe. That way we can just rewind if we mess up. Think this one through, please. I'll ask you again. Please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder. I am going to stick to what I said before then. I don't think she had a motive. I think it was self-defense. Can you make a save? Yeah, that's the move. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. Huh? Huh? Whose side are we on, man? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Why should I'm kind of trying to help you here, Dee. I don't know why you're so mad at me. Not my fault that you blackmailed him. I'm trying to get you off the hook for murder here. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Oh, Flashbang. Oh, flashback. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. Ms. Vasquez, what happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Ms. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... Don't touch him, Ms. Vasquez. Please, please don't die. Interesting. She actually seems pretty beat up over this. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Huh. I wonder what the verdict is going to be. I mean, our verdict's not guilty, for sure. For our client, at least. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm quite good. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Drum roll. I don't know if you can hear it. Not guilty. And with that, this case comes to a close. Hey, Falconcraft, how's it going? Welcome in. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. But it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Do I have evidence that shows it? I don't think I really do. I don't... Just so that he could get off scot-free, really, right? I don't think I've got any evidence to support it. I genuinely don't know, Will. I'm sorry. Of course. Not sure I wanted to go down that road. Congratulations, WP. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume. Oh, sorry, Will. It's actually not. Now, what about the D's case? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to her. I hope they tell us. I hope they tell us. I don't know why she just didn't fess up to the self-defense. Well, I guess if she had fessed up to the self-defense... Sorry if you guys can hear that car outside my window. If she fessed up to the self-defense, what probably would have happened is that it would have come to light that she had blackmailed him, so she was probably trying to just get out of all of that. Not to mention, I mean, she did also still kill him. There might be consequences for it. And she seems to think that she can cover everything up. Something wrong? No, of course not. Edgeworth? Hey, oh, why is he... Oh, he always looks so mad. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Will, I'm going to stop you here because this guy was trying to get you thrown in jail here. Edgeworth, I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Huh? Meet again? However, in retrospect, would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Is Edgeworth in love with me? I think Edgeworth is in love with me. Unnecessary feelings? Unease and uncertainty. Oh, he's so in love with me. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. I can't help it, Miles. I can't help what cases I get assigned to. Well, I can help what cases I get assigned to. I can't help what cases you get assigned to. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? Yeah, I was not aware of this. Do we go way back? They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Yeah, I want to know too. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accidents from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess. This is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. I hope we keep in touch with Penny. I liked Penny. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? WP gets to play the Pink Princess? That's awesome. I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. If I remember correctly, it isn't a lie that Edgeworth is a big fan of Powers. Think in the Edgeworth games he has a lot of Steel Samurai merch. That's so funny. I love that. That's really funny. In that case, it wouldn't be excessive force since she wasn't really meaning to kill him and it was more of an accident. So if she did just say self-defense, it probably would have gotten her off the hook. Yeah, probably. Although I think she's probably so used to the fact that she can just get away with whatever she wants to. I just don't know why she wanted to fight us. I feel like it was an ego thing. A brand new episode has been added. This guy looks terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I liked that case. That was my favorite case that we've done so far. I liked that they didn't tell us who did it, and I liked all the twists and turns. I thought that was fun. Save your progress? Yes, please. I will save it to spot 1. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, all right, a little sneak peek. It's been what? 15 years. About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. Oh, at last, I shall have my revenge. Oh! Oh my! Merry Christmas! Oh! Is that Miles? Was that Miles Edgeworth? That looked like Miles. What happened? What? Huh? That looked like it was Miles. Holy smokes. If we get to defend Edgeworth, that's going to be so fun. Gasp. Oh, that's so lit. And on that note, everybody, we're going to end on a little cliffhanger. Thanks for stopping by. That was a lot of fun. That was one of my... Actually, this might be the longest stream I've done. 2.5 hours, and it felt like it was super fast. I think this is when I got spoiled by a stupid animation for the next case. Oh, no! I hope it wasn't too big of a spoiler. At first, I was like, oh, they're showing us the killer again. And I was like, oh, shit, it's Miles. Holy smokes, what happened? Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait for the next stream. Thanks, QK. I appreciate it. Next stream is going to be Thursday at 7. I don't think we'll play Ace Attorney, so I had originally planned on either doing a just chatting stream or starting a new game. I don't want to just do Ace Attorney, but we'll do Ace Attorney again maybe Saturday. I said I was going to hold hold a spot on the weekend to stream. I just wasn't sure if I could catch up on some personal stuff yet. It looks like I'm going to be caught up on some personal stuff, so don't hold me to it, but maybe Saturday, and if it is Saturday, it would probably be at like 3 p.m. Eastern. But the next scheduled stream is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Not exactly sure what we're going to be doing yet, but yeah. Not going to spoil you, but I saw Edgy and Phoenix in a place we see several times each case. Interesting. Interesting. I know what you're talking about. I think I have an idea, but I won't say it. I'll make everybody wait till the next time. I'm super excited. I did not anticipate Miles being one of the suspects. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. Alrighty, well, I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's late, at least where I am, so whether you're just waking up in the morning, hanging out on your lunch break, or settling in after dinner, thanks for stopping by and having a cup with me. See you later, everybody. Have a good one, and thanks for the fun stream. See you next time. Bye-bye.